This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth with some good news today, my friends. I'm very pleased to announce that we are currently winning in the war on information, as more and more people are leaving the major cable networks because they're seeing through the lies and the fake news that's currently being churned out by the mainstream media. As it turns out, more and more people day by day are turning off their TVs and tuning into alternative sources for information. So in today's video, we're going to take a critical look at the stats on how we now consume information, why this is leading to billions and billions of dollars of losses for the cable company networks, and more importantly, what they plan to do about it. But just before we get started, please head over to pressfortruth.ca/donate if you would like to support my work. You can contribute a one-time donation with PayPal, or you can send Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. You can also join as a PFT member or a PFT patron, preferably using the Patreon alternative link. And as always, one of the best ways that you can contribute is by simply sharing this video on all of your social media platforms. Alright, so I think it's safe to assume that most viewers here at Press for Truth have already cut their cable, or at least they are no longer tuning in to the propaganda channels that they used to, and they're just using their TV set as a monitor for their computers. At least I hope so. If you're not there yet, what are you waiting for? I don't mess around with flicker rates and altered states of consciousness, so I would suggest just throwing it out altogether. As it is today, more and more people are waking up to the fact that their emotions, their ideas, and their opinions are being molded, shaped, and formed largely by men they have never heard of. I mean, these propaganda networks have been exposed through and through. Who could forget that awesome expose on the Sinclair Broadcasting Group?
San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
We are concerned about trouble and trying to be responsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Actually, this is extremely dangerous to the nature of reality, which these cable networks are manipulating for political and financial gain. And let's not forget that the Trudeau government recently announced a $600 million bailout for these failing companies, with a series of tax credits and incentives for the dying dinosaur media. Meanwhile, guys like me are being purged from social media sites like Facebook that not long ago deleted my Press for Truth page that had over 350,000 followers. These guys are playing dirty, folks. But like I said in the beginning of this video, we have good news today. People aren't falling for it. According to a survey in 2018, 5.4 million consumers of cable decided to cut their services last year. That amounts to a loss of $5.5 billion for the major cable networks. The average savings for someone who cuts their cable is $85 a month, which is more than significant for today's millennials, some of whom have skipped the process altogether of signing up for cable, and they just went straight for the streaming services. The top 5 most popular streaming services today are Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Hulu Plus, iTunes, and HBO Go, all of whom are currently clamoring at the chance to scoop you up as you merge away from these cable networks. But what about YouTube? What does one of the biggest sites in the world have planned when it comes to maintaining a tight grip on the free flow of information? Well, this just out from CNBC, YouTube's bet against big cable announces nationwide expansion. Google's TV streaming service for cord cutters, YouTube TV, is expanding nationwide. As more people ditch their costly cable subscriptions, or never sign up at all, YouTube is one of the many companies trying to lure customers with an online selection of channels and content that is less vast, but cheaper than what typical cable TV offers. The $40 a month service will soon be available in 95 new US markets to cover a total of 195 regions, or 98% of US households, the company said in a blog post Wednesday morning. YouTube TV includes live streaming from more than 60 networks like CNN, ABC, and Fox, including local affiliate coverage, premium networks like Starz for an additional monthly charge, and unlimited cloud DVR recording. So hold up for a minute. Is cable and the propaganda networks really dying and fading away? Or are we just in a transitional phase here? Kind of shifting from analog to digital, so to speak, when it comes to how information is shared? Well, from what I can tell, yes, a shift is taking place, but at this stage in the game, it can go one of either two ways. We either fall for it and subscribe to their propaganda channels for a cost of around $40 a month, or we instead free our minds from the clutches of these brainwashing propagandists and we start supporting real, independent, honest journalism. This channel, for example, is funded entirely by you with your memberships, your donations, and your views. And that makes me beholden to you, which is a beautiful thing, my friends, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So it's crunch time, folks. People are fed up with the lies, and they're fleeing all the propaganda and the spin, and the cable networks are desperately trying to ensure that they don't lose you to independents like myself. So I'm asking that you help me hit them where it hurts the most. Throw out your TV, cancel your cable networks, and reject their online attempts to suck you back in, and instead use that energy to promote something that's actually actively working to make this world a better place. Most people don't even think twice about giving Comcast or Rogers or Bell $40 or $50 or more a month to get straight up fake news and propaganda. At Press for Truth, I've currently got 213,000 subscribers. If even just 5% of you diverted that $40 a month from the cable companies to PFT, we could become a massive powerhouse in the face of the mainstream media, and you'd be helping us do it. So if you, like most people these days, are fed up with all the manipulation and the lies, and you're looking to fund and support the resistance, please check us out at pressfortruth.ca/donate and let's get this going. I want to kick into overdrive and I need your help. So if you'd like to be a part of this, please click on the link on the screen or check the links in the description below. So that's all for today, my friends. I want to thank you once again for tuning in and staying loyal to independent media. Don't forget to click that like button and also share this video if you found the information to be useful. And stay tuned, we've got more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.